Is that better? I feel like I'm doing this. Oh, there's the other one. I needed this apple. I needed this. So earlier this week, as like the main video for the week, I put out like an apple tasting competition. It was really fun. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it because I know, if anything, I put a lot of time editing that. I haven't even edited it yet. Please go watch it. Now, I did not participate in the apple tasting competition because I had to facilitate. I did not participate because I had to facilitate. I had to be the referee. I was doing a case study on my friends. I said, here, eat up a couple slices of this fruit. Tell me what you think. And I'll write it down. I did not participate because by the end, everyone was having the same answer. So I was like, if I try this, if I sit down and try these apples right now, I think I'm going to know exactly which ones I'm eating. So it's been a couple days later and I've had my mom help me now. We just peeled a bunch of the apples. She's randomizing them as we speak. And I'm going to try the apples, do a little taste test. I wonder if my results will skew what the group thought. I love a Honeycrisp apple. I can tell a Honeycrisp apple from a mile away. They also had no idea what the 11 types of apples were. I know all of them. I feel like an apple expertise. An apple taste, as they call them. Get out of here. You've eaten too many apples today. You've gone so many slices of apples. No. Okay, starting with number 1. What is it? How do I feel about it? Is it crunchy? Crisp? Used for baking? Snacking? Throw it away? Start over? Smells like an apple. Here we go. Ooh, has a nice crunch. I've known apples that are crisper. Has a nice flavor. Doesn't have as much pop of a flavor as a Honeycrisp. A little subdued. Almost like a little watery, earthy flavor. Like the flavor's there. I just want them to kick them up a notch. Okay, this was like someone brings like a fruit salad to a picnic. You got the weird type of apples. You got an off-brand. A little soft though. I like a nice crispity crunch to an apple. I don't know anybody who likes a soft apple. You comment that down below. If you like a soft apple, you fight for that in the comments. You're like, oh, well sometimes, I'm missing a couple dates, so sometimes I like them soft. I like my apples as close to applesauce as possible. This is okay. I'm thinking this is like a pink lady apple or like a gala. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna take down my notes on this. On to number 2. I was like, there's not even apples on this plate. It looks like they're not even there. Feels firmer. Might smell a little sour. I've had this apple before. Perfect amount of crunch. There it is. God, it kind of tastes like a Honeycrisp, but like a Honeycrisp that's like a little old. Maybe this is the organic Honeycrisp. It's good. I'd snack on this. I'd eat this with a little bit of peanut butter. Because I'm trying to guess, I'm like second guessing if it's a Honeycrisp. There's something about it. I don't know. Is it a Honeycrisp? So far, I'm going to put a star because so far out of 2 apples, I like that one the best. Okay, then we got number 3. Ooh, this is a very wet apple. Ooh, this one's like sweet. It's almost tart. There's very upfront flavors of like a sweetness. And then it kind of falls out in the end. It's like almost going into tart. I'm trying to think of that apple chart I saw at the store. What's over here? Maybe this is like a Fuji apple. It's good. Would also kind of snack on, but it's a little too tart for me. I like number 2 better than number 3. Moving into tart territory. This is the type of apple you buy and you're thirsty right afterwards. You're like, I really need a glass of water with some ice to wash that down. Even though it's plenty juicy. That's 3. No wonder when my friends were like, how many types of apples did you get? I'm like, 11. They're like, 11? I'm on number 4. I'm kind of done. Just kidding. 4. Ooh, this is a slick apple. I feel like slick apples aren't good for baking because they'll slip right out of the recipe. Not measuring for slipperiness. Oh, use the slippery apples. It'll slip between the caramelized ingredients. I'm going to shut up now. Number 4. Smells like nothing. Nice crunch, not the crunchiest. Whatever this one is, the flavor lasts through the whole bite. Some of those, the flavor kind of falls off, and I'm going to attest that to the slipperiness of it. It's still flavorful. Still chewing. This is a good apple. I keep eating it. I think I like it. 4 might be... 4 might be my new favorite. What is it? I have no idea. It's definitely not Honeycrisp. It's not a Delicious. It's not a Granny Smith. Number 5! There's a lot of chunks on here. Tastes a little earthy, a little subdued. It's not crisp. It's not sweet or tart. It's kind of like an earthy kind of subdued. Like it's got some flavor, but then does it? Like, am I mistaking the plainness for flavor? I'm grasping at straws. It's okay. Is this a Red Delicious or is this a cousin of the Red Delicious? Because it tastes a little plain Jane like that. And I haven't had a Red Delicious apple in a long time because I don't like them. I think this is a Red Delicious because it's just like It's just a little disappointing. Eating this apple is like showing up to a family function you don't want to be at. You're like, yes, yeah, I'll take a plate. Yeah, I'll go down to the buffet line, cousin it. Yes, I will. I'll get everything. I've been eating your crappy mac and cheese casserole for years. I'll choke it down one more time. I already texted my friend. She's gonna text me with an emergency in an hour. I'm gonna have to go suddenly. No, not even time for goodbyes. I'm gonna have to Irish goodbye. That's the type of apple this is. Number 6. This one smells kind of soury. Oh, it's very mushy. Just kind of fell apart in my mouth. A little mush and gush. I feel like it's turning into applesauce as I'm chewing it. This apple's a transformer. It's not even holding its shape in my mouth. I don't like this. Based on how everyone else reacted when they ate the Golden Delicious apples, they didn't like them. No flavor, forgettable, don't care, not good for snack, and probably not good for bacon. My goodness, this would ruin a pie. This is probably a Golden Delicious. Based on how everybody else hated it, Golden Delicious. That is, I don't care for that. I don't like it. Eating number 6 is like getting an insult, and your only rebuttal is, I don't like it. I don't care for it. Feels weird in my mouth. How dare you call a Golden Delicious, which everyone hated, delicious? How dare you put that in the name? How dare you? And golden, it was barely yellow. Whoever's on the marketing team of the Golden Delicious apple, count your days. Who came up with that name? You're like, it's not yellow, it's golden. They're like, it lacks flavor. They're like, in other words, it has a flavor that you speak of, might be lacking in it, but there is a flavor, we're gonna call it delicious. Golden Delicious. Someone on the Golden Delicious team must be sleeping with the name team, the name marketing team, because they got that one pushed through real easy. Golden Delicious? How about yellow okay apple? Have we not gotten to a Granny Smith yet? Or do I not know what tart tastes like? This is number 7. Let's do this. This one's like yellowing really fast. I wonder if that says anything about the apple. Smells like it has some flavor. Oh my. That's gonna be a Honey Crisp. Oh yeah. That is so good. But the flavor kind of falls flat at the end. Maybe it's not a Honey Crisp. I was so sure. Now I'm not sure. If it is a Honey Crisp, I wonder if it's the organic or the not organic. I've never had an organic Honey Crisp as far as I know. So I wouldn't really know if there's a flavor difference. Maybe this isn't Honey Crisp, but a close cousin. Now I'm thinking it's not because the flavor's falling flat, like right away. But it is on the sweeter side. Very crunchy. Has a crunch like a Honey Crisp. It's hard to like tell if an apple is crunchy or not because if you don't get the snap of the peel on it, am I even getting the full potential crunch of this apple? I feel like the last time I had Honey Crisp wasn't long ago and I had them with like peanut butter and I like to mix peanut butter and Nutella and eat apples with that. Very good. Mix them up. Make a little swirl. How have we not had any Granny Smiths? This is number 8. This has to be a Granny Smith. I think this is yellow because there's a vein in it. Not a vein, but like where the seeds are. Looks kind of green. Ew. That's not a green. It's a, ew. Ew! This one's mushy like the other one. What are we using these mushy apples for? Feeding the deer? Feeding the bears? This one looks like it's gonna be crunchy, and it's just mushy right away. These are the types of apples that get stuck in your gums, and you gotta like fish it out with your tongue. No one looks this dumb fishing out apples and food out of their gums. Like, I was thinking the other day, why bears climb trees? I think this is a Macintosh apple. Red Delicious apples at least have a crunch. This has no crunch. I think it's a Macintosh because the Macintosh apples, when you cut them, look kind of weird. And they look soft. And everyone did not like the Macintosh. I would love to have like an apple connoisseur trying these. And they just like knew them right off the bat. They're like, Gala. Honey Crisp Organic. Pink Lady. Number 9. This one, I don't know. We're on number 9. There's 2 more left. Where the hell are the Granny Smith apples? There's 2 of them. This one, losing flavor again. I really could snack dab in between sweet and tart because I'm really not getting either of them. I don't care for it. If someone offered me an apple slice from their bag, have one of these, I'd be like, I'll have one. I'm done. I don't want anymore. I'm good. Tastes like nothing. Tastes boring. It's like a bad piece of gum. The first 3 seconds, great flavor. Something sweet kind of carries me through this ride of joy. Ooh, apple tasting. And then immediately loses all flavor. The ride broke. I'm stuck in the middle of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. There's scary pirates around me, and I'm in a body of water. I want to get off the ride. I want to call it a day. I want to see sunlight again. Please get me out of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Please get me out of eating this apple. What ones am I missing? There's 2 Granny Smith, 2 Honey Crisp, Golden Delicious, Red Delicious. How come the Golden Delicious and Red Delicious have the same name, like they're gross apple cousins? Then there's a Gala, a Fuji, a Macintosh, a Pink Lady. Ooh, and a Jazz apple. This might be a Jazz apple. I think a Jazz apple is a soft apple, and it's on the sweet side, but doesn't have a lot of flavor. Because I've never tried a Jazz apple. Not my bag. I put 9 Jazz ? / I don't care. Where the hell are the green apples? There's no way I ate a tart green apple and didn't tell. I got distracted by my own office wall. Okay. Number 10! If these 2 are not both Granny Smith, my taste buds are broken. I know, it smells like nothing. And bingo! That's one of them. Sour little sucker. Great. I just don't care for. Granny Smith apples are great. I don't think they're that great for crunching and munching on unless they're smothered and covered. You know what I'm talking about? Also, people are like, oh, Granny Smith apples, those are great for baking in pies. You must bake the tartness right out of them. But now, if these are both the Granny Smith, which one is organic? Let me try one more piece for science. I feel that feels a little organic to me. I don't know what organic feels like, but it feels a little like I haven't had that before. This is number 11. No, this is like a Honey Crisp. Is this organic or is this the real one? I was sure that number 2 was Honey Crisp, and I said minus the punch. Now, does this have the punch that number 2 is missing? I'm going to say number 11 is your Honey Crisp. Number 2 is probably your organic Honey Crisp. That feels very familiar to me. Now, I kind of liked number 2 better. I remember really liking number 2. I don't know if I've had too many apples now, but number 11 is not hitting very hard as far as a favorite. Now, number 10 was a Granny Smith. Which other one was a Granny Smith? None of them else tasted tart. I'm confused myself. Conclusion of the tasting. I'm gonna go get the results. Somewhere in this pad of paper, we put the results. Right here. Oh, excuse me. Wait. She wrote Granny Smith twice, and one of them has to be organic. Oh, no. Okay, I just went confirmed. Number 4 was the organic. What did I like the best? I like number 2 the best. What did I hate the most? 6, 8, and 9 I all hated. 6 was Golden Delicious. Wrote down that it was probably a Golden Delicious. I was right about that. I also hated number 8. 8 is a Macintosh, and I wrote down it's probably a Macintosh. I was right about that. Number 9, I put Jazz. Son of a bitch. I thought it was a Jazz. Question mark. I'm pretty fucking good at this. I'm good at the apples that I don't even eat. Just by looking at them for a couple of days and listening to other people talk about them. Clocked it. Number 5 is a Red Delicious. That's what I thought. I said Red Delicious flavor? Got it. Number 1 was a Gala. I wrote down Pink Lady or a Gala apple. That was correct. Could be crispier, subdued flavor. Got it. 2 is an organic Honey Crisp. That's what I wrote down! Oh my, did I get all these right? I'm gonna lose my shit. But I liked it better. So I liked the organic Honey Crisp just like how Steven, my friend who likes Granny Smith, he liked the organic Granny Smith better. I like the organic Honey Crisp. Good to know. Number 4 is a Granny Smith organic. And I started because I actually liked it. I said slippery yet flavorful throughout. It's just crazy how different number 4, the organic Granny Smith, and the Granny Smith tasted. Real different. I knew for sure that number 10 was a Granny Smith. I did not know that number 4 was a Granny Smith. It really was, this tartness was like hidden. So I'm kind of like everybody else. I really enjoyed the Honey Crisps, of course. But I also enjoyed number 4 was the Granny Smith organic. So maybe they're not as tart to me, or maybe it's just a weird apple. If you don't like Granny Smith, but you want to maybe give Granny Smith another try, get an organic Granny Smith, even though if they're more expensive. See if you like those. I got at least 1, 2, 3, 9 out of 11 right. That's pretty good. That was actually really fun. I'm glad I took the time for me to go back and do that. Dad, no, my apples. Oh! I've picked the apples. I've worked with the apples. I've given the apples. I've tasted the apples. I've thought about the apples. I'm an apple connoisseur. Appleosaurist, if you will. Alright, thanks for checking out the After Snaps video. This was like the part 2. Please like and subscribe to the videos. I would love to do something else like this again. Doesn't have to be food. Maybe we could do like compare like fabric softeners. How does this fabric feel when you rub it against your face? I'm like, oh, that must be Downy Fresh? What is it? Is it a brand or is that a thing? Downy Fresh? Smells clean. It's, I'm not really rubbing the pillows on my face. I usually just lay my head upon them and go, so we can do other taste tests, other case studies, other experimental. My friends are going to be like, every time we hang out with you, you're having me test 7 different types of something. I've tried 7 different types of almonds. If I ever need to buy almonds, I'll know which ones to buy. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see y'all later. I'm off. This is my apple dance. Apples and apples and apples and A for apples. A for apples. Apples. Can't believe I couldn't tell the Granny Smith. That is wild. I like almost had an existential crisis. I was like, how do I not know what tart tastes like? That's like a protection flavor you should know about. Okay, if I'm gonna lick something tart, my brain should be able to tell me, hey, that's tart. Tart, tart, tart. How am I out of breath? I curled my hair for this. Isn't that weird? I went and curled my hair to do apple tasting. The wires got crossed there. Are you going to a gala? An art gala? I said, no, I'm gonna be tasting gala apples. Close enough. Hey, for apples. Apples.